You know, I want to say a word to the late Senator John McCain, and I'm through with y'all. I promise not to inflict myself upon you any further after I say these words to the late Senator John McCain. Senator McCain, Senator McCain, you went to Vietnam, I did not. You spent 5 years in the Hanoi Hilton. I spent some time here in prison here myself, but for various other reasons, not as noble as yours. But Senator McCain, we miss you. Senator McCain, I told people to vote for you against Obama. I did. But we miss you. We do. And there's nobody like you that's there's nobody in the Senate now anywhere near the courage, the wisdom, the diplomatic powers that you displayed for so many years. Nobody. Nobody like you. So, Senator, I want you to know that you're missed here in America. And I don't know what happened to your friend. Can you tell us, can you send a note from the grave and tell us why Lindsey Graham is acting the way he's acting? It can't be just that he's afraid of losing his senatorial seat. It can't be that, because the man done lost all sense of integrity. He acts like he's on drugs. The boy, Lindsey Graham, act like he's smoking crack. I think we want to ask Lindsey Graham. I don't want to get into necromancy, and I don't want to get into, witchcraft and all that. I'm not about that. I'm the Lord's servant. I told you that I'm the Lord's servant. I told you that. I don't do that kind of stuff. But I do think that John McCain could help us out here a little bit. Senator McCain, John, what am I calling him, man? John, I lost my mind. Listen, Senator McCain, can you speak to these Japheth people and tell them that power corrupts? And that they don't want to give absolute power to Tribulation Trump. They don't want to do that. Let them know that there is no future. By giving absolute power to Tribulation Trump, they give him and themselves no power, and they give justice power to the brown and black people who they apparently are trying to run away from their time in the changing of the guards. I don't know if you can get that word to them. Maybe they ought to have a solemn ceremony beside your grave. I don't know. I don't want to get into anything that's not of God here today. But Senator McCain, we miss you. And I think if nothing more, if you can just tell us, why is Lindsey Graham on crack? I mean, and why are your fellow senators standing behind, Lindsey, John, Senator McCain, you didn't want Trump at your funeral. But I can tell you this, he's presiding over the funeral of America right now. I don't know if you can help us. At any rate, everybody, America's damned if she does and damned if she don't impeach. I'm James Evan Manning, everybody. I'm the Lord's servant. This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.